What's good, friends and family? Mr. Flip Flop here with another nice dope show Wednesday. Won't really consider this Wednesday Night Raw because it's not really late. It's kind of afternoon. Most of y'all getting up for work, so shout out to y'all. If it's your first time rocking with me, thank you. If you've been here before, welcome back. So today's we're just gonna have some conversation going about dating Dominican women. Let me know if you guys can hear me clearly, so I know you guys. Let me know you guys can hear me clearly. Just give me a one if you can hear me clear. I got everything down, music down, everything. So definitely hit that like button on the way in the door. You see the bottom right there, Paradise Life Halloween Weekend 2023 is going to be awesome. I always got to remind you guys of that. Thank you guys. Thank you very much. Let me get in the chat. If I do not say your name and you're on the Facebook watching, apologies. For some reason, it only says Facebook user. So shout out to you if you're watching. You can definitely write your name. I know who it is. Paradise Life in the building. Yes, we are. Paradise Life. You already know. You feel me? Steve-O in the building and in the building. La Chiva in the building. What's good, brother? Steam Focus in the building. What up, my bro? Gary M. What up? Josh, what's good? Dirty Workers in the building. A1J in the building. Grego in the building. Big shout out to Good Time, Grego. Jesse Shorts. What up, Chi-Town? Prophet of Rage. Jack Robinson. He said, marry the champion. What a miserable mistake. Wait. We're going to get into that. We'll get to that. Elder Lord, what's good? Profango Moore. I can hear you all the way up in Cartagena. Shout out to you in Cartagena, my bro. Shout out to everybody out in Colombia right now. Elder Lord in the building. Yoga Certified. What up? So, this is just, I'm going to open the panel up as well. I'll probably open the panel up in about 20 minutes. If you guys want to jump on. Extra, what's good? But this is basically a guide of, in my experience, my personal experiences of dating Dominican women. Now, you guys know I've been here 16 years. I've traveled pretty much all over the country. And I've had my share of nice young ladies all around the country. I had some good relationships. Told you guys I almost got married once. I'm currently in a relationship right now. I've women I've dealt with throughout my years here. So I can give you guys a little bit of insight based on my experiences. And it's kind of like it's a guideline. You can follow it through. The video may go a little long. That's why I did a live. Just to break down my experience. I wrote some points down to give my experiences and things I've been through and things you can expect and things I've seen other guys go through as well. So we're just going to run through it. Not trashing Dominican. We're going to talk about how to properly date and what you can date and how I messed up in dating Dominican women. So just give you guys an insight. Like I said, hit that like button. If you got a homie that needs to hear this, share it to him real quick. Come on back. But we're here right now. We're going to get rocking. And you guys know real quick, we on StreamYard, so I got to do my commercial. And I don't know why I get so excited, but I do. I get super excited when the commercials come on. 1 second. Here we go. Is this it? I think it is.
Yeah.
I don't know why I enjoy that so much. I do. If you ever watch my status, you'd be like, dang, he really posts this all the time. I do. I love the brands. I love everything we built. Flip Flop Paradise Life. I love it. Let me catch up right here. Hold on. Titus CPT, what's up? Now listen, guys, I'm gonna do my best to get to all your comments as we get started, but sometimes get a little crazy. Tight was good. He said, let's see if I need to learn another lesson. The blessings fam. Shoot to be up there with the trimming grit. See you soon, my brother. Scott from the Ville was good. With you, Ray Loyal in the building. Ralph Baker, yes, your shirt is being delivered. Shout out to you. Appreciate that, Jack Robinson. EJ in the building. What's good, brother? Happy birthday to EJ, by the way, too, man. Happy birthday to you, my bro. He said expat and sexpat. Yeah, there is a difference. Definitely is a difference. Sky Dex, yeah, I'm in DR now. I live here. We in the building. Like I said, if you're just joining us and don't know who I am, I'm Greg, a.k.a. Mr. Flip Flop. I own this Flip Flop Sports Bar. Or manager, if you want to call me that, whatever it is, as long as you buy some wings. And I've been living here 16 years. No, living here 13 years, coming here 16 years. Solo, what's good? Ronnie, what's good? WDRC in Santo Domingo. He's a heartbroken too. Gary, if you come for Halloween, it's going to be amazing, my bro. It's going to be amazing. Blame it on my boogie. Said broken hearts and overdrafted accounts. Malik in the building. What's good, Malik? KR in the building. What's good with you? Sosua Sasquatch. Lesson from Flip, a.k.a. Queens Tinder Swindler. Reggie VX. What's good? Athens in the building. What's up? All right, so let me get started. I'm trying to get to the comments, but let's get started with the show. We already 5 minutes in, and you know people got short attention span, so what we got to do is get to the points. So like I said, many people want to date. Now, I saw a video a little while ago, and someone was talking about age. Now, let me break this down real quick about age. All right. So when it comes to dating, I always tell guys, you know, if you're 60 years old or she's 20 years old, you know, you got to kind of work a little bit. But I'm going to be honest with you, and my experiences here. Most Dominican women, and this is actually most Colombian women. I can't say Brazilian for a fact because I'm not as entrenched in the culture, so I won't lie. Most Dominican women, most Colombian women, in the culture, in their countries, most of them have been dating guys double, sometimes triple age since they was 18 years old, 17 years old. Okay? So age ain't really that much of a deal when you say an older man to a younger woman. I'll be honest with you on that. I've seen it. And, you know, I know girls, you know, legal age here is like something like 15, 16. I don't know. I don't deal with that, but I think it is. And there was a thing back in the day where you could marry your daughter off at 13, 14. I think they ended that. They changed the law, but you couldn't back then. So a lot of chicks at 16, 17, 18 were with dudes twice their age, 10 years older, 20 years older. That was a normal thing there. So age ain't really a thing, if that makes sense. So don't think because you're old, you can't date a younger woman, because there are older Dominican men who date younger women. So age I think is a non-factor, especially being around the women I know and being around Dominicans. An older guy always wants a younger woman. So it is what it is. Okay, so don't think age is going to negate you from dating a Dominican woman. What I will say is the culture. That older guy knows how to talk to her. He knows how to sweep off her feet. He knows how to woo her. Knows how to not Western Union, woo her off her feet, and knows how to kick it with her. So it's a little bit of a culture difference as well. Now, some people want to talk about looks. Shout to all my Dominican people. I love all y'all. But in this country, I said it and I say it and I stand on it. 10 toes down on it, I say it. I call this the land of the uglies. Now, hear me out. I'm not saying the women. This country, I have seen dudes who I would love to stand next to because I would get all the attention in America. But dudes who'd be like, yeah, I ain't got to worry about him taking my girl. Dudes that look not the greatest, not the best lookers, got the baddest chicks. That's why I said sometimes I call it the land of the uglies. Because dudes be bad, dudes be like to me, like, oh my God, he ain't getting no chick, and they have the baddest chicks. Why? Once again, because of the culture. He knows how to talk, he knows what to say, he may be a little charming, have a little swag. I tell you guys, I had friends that weren't the greatest lookers. I had one of my friends, my man B, big, black, and ugly, had all the chicks. And he said to me, he goes, hey, what am I going to do? I'm big, black, and ugly. I got nothing to lose. And he just threw it out the window with the chicks, and the chicks love him. So at the end of the day, the little culture they have allows him, this guy who's not that good looking, not that attractive to most people, get a bad chick. So don't worry about your looks. It's possible. I'm giving you the things I've heard negated. Oh, you can't date a Dominican chick because you old. You can't date a Dominican chick because you ugly. You fat, you sloppy. They also like fat guys. Trust me, they like fat guys. And if you ever seen a Dominican dude that's about 110 pounds with a chick who's about 300, the Dominican dudes like fat women too, because obviously he gonna eat. I'm giving some secrets. I'm giving some tips away right now. Some secrets. These are things I've learned throughout my years. So don't worry about your age. Don't worry about your looks. It is possible. And like I said, I don't shout to my Dominicans. I'm just telling the things I've witnessed in all my years here. Let's talk about. Let me get to the comments real quick. As I mentioned that, I'll stop for the comments in between every point. Where did I leave off at? There we go. Hey, Roma, what's good with you? Chicken Shack Management. There you go. EJ the Dawn trying to stack them and chill to Halloween. Definitely pull up Halloween, man. It's gonna be dope. Cousin Skrilla in the building. Profe, what's good with you? Good to see you too. Good to see you too. La Chiva. Definitely hit that like button. You guys step in, hit the like button. We're gonna have a nice show today. And I will open the panel up about 20 minutes. Anybody will jump in, tell their stories as we go further. King Sam in the building. Shout to Queen Sam. And yes, it's almost cruise time. Let's get ready. Chance said, have you, I'm gonna put this up so I can read it. Chance said, have you had anybody date a girl who comes from a successful family? Her siblings all graduate college and come from money. A lot of that shit I hear about dating, I don't see. Your thoughts? Actually, I have. I will give you guys a tip. I'm gonna give you tips all throughout the show. I'm not gonna say that Dominican fathers are deadbeats. You're never gonna hear me say that. But if a woman that you meet has her father in her life, there's a good chance she's on the right path. Because there's a thing called señorita. Señorita means virgin. And she cannot live in her father's house if she is no longer a virgin. So the father, now, if she's sneaking, has sex, that's different. But if he finds out about it, she got to go. So if they have their fathers, they got to guide them, make sure they go to school, become successful. You know what I'm saying? I've been around many families like that. The fact that people think that all these families are broken is not how it is. Like there's a lot of myths involved with stuff you hear. I'm giving you in and out, me actually being in the campo, the barrio, the countryside, wherever, around people all the time. So I can tell you from my own experience, my own eyes, what I see, not what someone else is telling me. So if you run into someone like that, it's if you're a gringo, which means non-Dominican, okay, you don't gotta just be American. The taboo is that you're only coming here to smash chicks and pay them. That's a taboo. So if the chick is seen with you, everybody around is going to call her a hooker. We all know it's not true, but that's what they're going to say. Every single girl I've been with in this country, like been in a serious relationship with, like kicked it with them and all that, their neighbors, people down the block, all snickered and did a little chimoso where they talking shit. And we're like, yeah, she got that gringo. She thinks she all that. Not realizing that she was already doing good before I met her. You know what I'm saying? So that's a little taboo, but it can happen. But it takes a little bit of more work when you're dealing with families like that and a chick that's successful and doing her own thing. It takes a little bit more work because at the end of the day, and this is my experience only, I could be wrong in some circumstances. Most chicks who are successful are doing well for themselves. Their fathers want them to marry a successful Dominican. That's what they want. Father wants them to get a Dominican with a business, a great job, not a good job, a great job and all that. So, it takes a little work if you're a non-Dominican, which is that culture difference. So it becomes a little more, you got to put a little more effort in if you really want to rock. So yeah, I've been through that. I could honestly say I've been through that. I've seen that. Calvin, what's good? He said, what up, Flip? All about your attitude. Yes, 100%. It's really about your attitude, how you handle yourself, how you approach things. Okay. London, what's good with you? He said, knows how to finesse it, but it's only counterfeit. Sometimes, but sometimes you can fall in love. I always say Ginger in Casino. He was like, maybe, I know you don't love me now. Maybe you can learn to love me. Sometimes it'd be like that. And then what happens is she gets treated good and she falls in love. He said, Greg, actually, yoga, that's not true. And if that's the real yoga, you know better than that. I've messed up my own relationships 100%. Donnell, what's good? Uncle Will in the building. Blade Runner, what's good? That's not yoga. Let's get him out of here. That's not the real yoga. So we get him out of here. Just like we want our daughters to marry up. Yeah, exactly. Just like we want our daughters to marry up, they want their daughters to marry up as well. I couldn't. Matter of fact, thank you. Tight. That's the best way to say it. So don't think I'm saying, Dominicans don't know. Dominicans want their daughters to marry up. You want your daughter to marry up. We want the same thing. So I totally understand it. Say, you're not find a serious woman in DR if you're 4 days in the suit. Let me put that up on the big screen. The Summer Jam screen. You cannot find a serious woman in DR if you're 4 days in the suit. I'm actually going to get to that at one of my points. Black man travels in the building. Shout out to my bro K. Shout out to you, man. Follow this man. This man's got some good stuff, man. 1 second. So, all right. Now, let's get into real quick, just before we even go into dating Dominican women, let's talk about Dominican women. Let's talk about it. And you guys can put it in. I'm going to go run through this list, and then you guys can do your comments, and we'll talk about it. So I wrote all this down for the show. Appearances. You know, I believe Dominican women are beautiful. I put beautiful, exotic, all natural bodies. Even though sometimes the BBL thing is popular now, but mostly natural bodies. Personality, very passionate. Very, very passionate. Passionate to the point where the jealousy gets a little bit outrageous. Some Dominicans are watching this now like, he right. Pass the Plata, no, I'm joking. And that's why I tell you people, Latin affection is a killer for most. Like the Latin affection, because they're so passionate, makes a lot of guys go crazy over Dominican women. And Puerto Rican women, Colombian women as well. I call it that Latin affection. You guys heard me say it a million times. Latin affection is a serious thing. Okay, so if you've never had that much attention from women, if you've never been caressed and just held and just made to feel a certain way, when a Dominican or a Latino woman does it to you, it blows your mind. And they caress you and give you all this attention and papi, te amo, and all that. Oh yeah, te quiero mucho, baby. All that. Woo. Dudes be like, she loves me. Let me buy her a car. You know what I'm saying? So that passion is there. And it's real passion. If it's real towards you, I can't say. You got to decide that. But it's real passion. That Latin affection is definitely real. And one thing about Dominican women, which you better understand is if you're going to try to date them, they can be very aggressive when it's something they want. That comes from the passion. If there's something they want, they can be very aggressive with it and be like, hey, I want this. Some of you are looking right now like, yeah, my girl, she wilded out when I said no one time to her. Hey, they can be very aggressive when it comes to things they want. Okay? So at the end of the day, understand they're Dominican women, in my experience, are very passionate. The Latin affection is crazy. I've always said that. And, you know, they can be very aggressive. They want it. And if you're a weak guy, because in this country, Colombia as well, I'm not sure about Brazil. Like I said, I'm only speaking like the Latin experience. The machismo thing is real. Where the men are chest poked out, I run things, my world. They really like that here. You know, even if they weak to us, like you may see a Dominican like he whack, but to the women, they up here. They strong, powerful men. So the machismo thing is a real thing. Okay, so at the end of the day, if you weak, they're gonna take advantage of that and see that you weak, and then they're gonna be more aggressive with you. Okay. Let's talk about a few misconceptions. I wrote things down to keep my focus. Dominican chicks, Dominican chicks are lazy. They party too much. All are in poverty. That's something we got to get over. That this country is there are poor people everywhere in the world. Right? This country is not total poverty everywhere you go. Okay, they lack ambition. A lot of myths and misconceptions with that. If you're talking about the 2-3 chicks that you know that are getting Western Union 5 times a week, yeah, she ain't gonna want to do nothing because she getting all that paper. I ain't mad at it either. If I could sit home and collect PPP loans every day, and not go to jail, I'd sit right there and do it. You know what I mean? So those are some misconceptions. Now, to what someone said earlier, I forgot who said that about Sosua. It also depends on where you meet them. Turn me up in the back. It also depends on where you meet them. So if you're trying to date, where do you meet the chick? If you meet her, don't get me wrong. I told you guys, don't just say that meeting him in Sosua is a negative. If you met him in Sosua as a transaction, yes, it is 100% a negative. It's 100% a negative. Okay, 100%. If you met in Sosua as a transaction, I met my ex-fiance in Sosua. I've had multiple women I met in Sosua that were not in that lifestyle. That people think Sosua is only that. It's not only that. That's what some people know it for, but it's not only that. It's not only guys selling. Sorry about my tongue. I sell chicken. It's not only girls selling chicken, if you know what I mean. Okay. And you also got to understand something. And this goes to another thing of where you meet them. Social media is rampant nowadays. Rampant. So think about this. Your girl got Instagram. She got Twitter, Snappy Chat, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat. What's the other one? TikToking, Facebooking, you name it. She's got a Tinder. She's got a Tag It, as they say, Tag It. She's got 7 outlets where guys can reach her every day. Imagine you being grabbed up every day. So just walking up, a woman walking up to you saying, "Hey, sexy, I think you're it. You're the one." Imagine someone doing that to you every day as a man. So what do you think 15 to 20 times a day in all those apps, she's getting told every day, "You're so beautiful, you deserve better." Look, we can go into Brad. Social media kind of ruin relationships too. We go into Brad, my arch nemesis, so I still don't know who he is. I have an idea, but I still don't know. I always keep Brad on his toes. Oh, does he know? Always keep Brad on his toes. 15 to 20 to 25, 30 times a day in all those apps I just named and more that I don't even know about. People are reaching out to her saying, "Hey, you're beautiful. Hey, you know what? If I was your boyfriend, I'd treat you way better. Hey, I see your boyfriend over there in the club with these girls and you're not one of the girls. What's going on?" Think about that. So how do you keep her attention? There was a jockey song that said, he said something like, "Who's giving you what you want?" and all that. And then the part of the song, he goes, "I'm going to keep you away from every N-word, not give you a reason to talk to anyone else." It's hard. In this day and age, it's hard. And one thing you better understand is women love attention. All women love attention. But Dominican women crave that. They need it to make sure they feel beautiful. You know, they want to feel beautiful. So they need that. So if you're not giving enough attention and someone else is, same as in America, in my opinion, women are women everywhere. I'm just giving you the ins and outs of my experience dating Dominican women. But remember this, women are women everywhere. So just remember, they're being hollered at. So it all depends. If you meet them on social media and they respond to you, imagine how many other guys they responded to. Make sense? That's the second point. I'm gonna get into the comments. You guys keep commenting, man. Keep commenting. I'm trying to get all the comments. Go right here. I think I stopped right there. Said no lies told. There you go. Prophet of Rage, shout out to you. Said my chica works and her father has a pool business in the campo with a bar and grill. She sometimes works there, father business. There you go. Reggie there said facts, brother. Appreciate you. Tight said, so that's why my girl said don't call her senorita. Yes, senorita has a meaning. You guys understand, son? I really took the time to indulge and engulf myself in this culture. Got to know what things mean. Got to know why people say certain things. Got to know certain terms and conditions amongst parents and family members, stuff like that. And that's why I'm giving you this info, because like I said, little tips here and now to give you, just to give you a little, you really want to date a Dominican woman, a little inside track. Or if you don't, and you see certain signs, which I will get the signs in a minute, you be like, hey, I ain't rocking with her. Okay. Chance said, I agree. My girl fits the description. I was saying I'm here to tell you guys they're good educated. Oh, yeah, you okay? Yeah, 100%. Very good. For some, and he said they not just in Sosua, facts. For some people really thinking, I remember my first trip to DR. I came to Sosua, obviously. The myth was anything can be had. You can buy anything you want and anyone you want. I was like, yeah, that sounds crazy. Now, as I got to be here over and over, I could see why people would say that, but it is a misconception. Everything's not for sale. Everyone's not for sale. Yes, people will take bribes. Yes, people will take some money under the table. Yes, people, but that's in America too. It's in America too. Except, we talk about police. A cop here will take 1,000 pesos, $20. A cop in America will probably take 50,000, 20,000. Who knows? So it's the same difference, if that makes sense. Like I said, a lot of misconceptions, but we'll have a whole nother video about rumors and misconceptions. And my bad, I think I backed up too far. Let me catch up. My thing here, what is that called? The pad is super fast. Troll Soul Taker, what's good, baby? I appreciate that, Kate. That was the real Yoga Yo talking crap like that. Well, he's a little weird anyway. Shout out to him. Dwayne Kid, what up? Had to tune in. Appreciate you, kid. Big Daddy Stovepipe. That's a hell of a name. Right next to Chitlin Skin Jodeci Boots. One of my favorite all-time YouTube names. Yeah, super passionate. What's good, baby? It says Facebook user. I apologize for everybody watching on Facebook. Put your name in the comments so I know who you are, because I can't see your names for some reason. It's not connecting to Facebook. That's my fault. I apologize. Mark Brown in the building. What's good, Mark? He said they know nothing, just hookahs. Shout out to the troll soul taker, man. Never make that guy angry. He'll be on your list. You'll be on his list. Two types of women that love you in life, commonly known as mom or daughters. Fact. World traveler, what's up? So it's a misconception when men say Dominican are submissive, feminine, allow them men to lead. They do. Wait, hold on. They do. But you also have to be a man. If you are not confident, if you are not a little aggressive, like I said, the men here are machismo, so the women cater to them because of their power, or the power they exude, if that makes sense. If you are weak, like anywhere in the world, a woman will walk over you. That's my point. So yes, they are very feminine. They are submissive. If you are a strong man, or if you present a little bit of power, a little bit of strength, you understand what I'm saying? But if you weak and they peep weakness, they get super aggressive with you. Trust me, I've seen it. If you start compromising, one thing about me, which a lot of my stuff goes left, is because I don't compromise. I don't negotiate. It's my way or no way. I've always been like that. I don't negotiate with my shit. It's this way or no way. So if I ever decided to negotiate and compromise myself, maybe that Dominican woman would take advantage of that and see it as weakness, if that makes sense. He said, meet them in flip-flop. You meet them in flip-flop, you good. Gary Jones, what up? Said, good evening, everyone. I was there last Wednesday, soda press. It's all good, brother. He said, Steve, what do you think about cheetahs? Ignacio says, what up in Colombia? You see a homeless person every 2 blocks, not in the DR. Great flip-flop. You are the best country in Latin America. Appreciate you, bro. Oh, Brazil, too. Brazil is lots of homeless in the street, too. So, yeah. World Travis said, a lot of me men go to Sosua and think all the girls that work in the store and restaurant, they assume are working girls. Yeah, I agree with that. And that's another misconception. And I do see that some guys be like, yeah, I want to go out of my way to get a girl that has a job. I'll get into that later. Some of the guys do things a little strange to me, but having a chick with a job is not like a come up. Now I'm gonna say that in play devil's advocate and counter myself. I only mess with chicks that have jobs. I only talk to chicks that have careers, businesses, or jobs. I took my standings from the States and I brought it down here. I was like, you know what? I'm done just messing around, listen, I've had great times with women. I've had many women in my life. I'm very blessed. But at the end of the day, having one woman is better than just messing with tons of chicks. You guys keep doing what you're doing. I ain't telling you change your ways. I'm just saying that sometimes you really just want to be, chill. And I've done so much that I'll be like, man, I'd rather have one good one than 15 other once in a while. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. But you also got to put the time in. Definitely social media. Yes, I'm gonna post this right here. Social media has definitely ruined a lot of relationships, guys. You got to remember. And like I said, big shout to Brad. And if we ever cross paths, and I know it's him, you will see a World Star video. World Star still around. Brad was going on talking to my chick. Hey, look at him. If I was your boyfriend, I'd treat you this way. I'd do that. Excuse me. He shouldn't be doing these things. These aren't his friends. You are so beautiful. You're so precious. Like giving her Mark Twain poetry and Shakespeare bullshit to try to get in her ear. And then it was funny because she laughed at it. She was like, this dude really is trying to holler at me by shitting on you. Clown shit. So, that's social media. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Dwayne Kiss, they don't even have fine hair. That's a whole fact. Appreciate that, Reggie. Yeah, women are the same everywhere, man. I'm just giving to me, it's another stage, a different language. Imagine you're at a concert, okay? Imagine you're at this big, what is it? Hot 97 Summer Jam. Let's just throw that out there. You're Hot 97 Summer Jam. You go outside, you got the pre-shows in the parking lot. I never actually been there, but I've seen it on YouTube. I'm usually at the main event. Well, when I was the main event with artists, but they got the pre-shows. So that's your pre-passport. You ain't got your passport yet, so you only get into pre-shows, and see the people outside that they make it to the main stage yet. Then you got your passport, you go inside to the main stage. Now the main stage has so many different artists, but they're kind of all the same. You rock to their music, you sing their music, you know who they are, different beats, same music. In some type of form, you can interchange the beats, it's the same thing. So that's country to country. Same thing, different language. I hope I made sense what I just said. Matrix Free, shout to the bro. So a lot will come to DR with the wrong mentality. Either it'll be the best you had or can be the worst. Be alert, but be honest with your intentions. Remember, we are the prize, 100%. We definitely are the prize at all times. You know, V-Jack, what's good with you? Jersey in the building. I'm gonna get to my next point in a second. One second, make sure I hit that like button. D Blake, what's good? I would say you preaching, bro. All facts. I'm gonna speak my truth. He said that's why I'm Dominican. Nah, American all day. Theodora, what's good with you? Jesus said definitely right. Doesn't matter where they from. Women are more like, yes, they're more like anything. And Tight said that's what I'm learning to engulf myself in the culture. It's 100%. The more you're in, I'm gonna put this up there. The more you're in the culture, the more you're in. That's one of my points. I'm about to get to that point now, but let me finish these last couple comments. That's definitely one of my points. Nah, Jesse, everybody don't have a price. I'm gonna tell you a funny story. My ex-fiance, years ago, when I met in Sosua, I'll tell you the story. I thought she was a hoe. I didn't know because I met in Sosua. I assumed is what it is. Once we were together, there was an ongoing thing about how bad she was, and it was a website, and they were like, "Yeah." I said, "Listen, anybody get her number? I'll give you $1,000 and drinks on me. Just her number." No one ever got it. I didn't lose $1,000. One day, a dude, and mind you, this dude wasn't on the website. He was an older dude. He wasn't on the website. He just happened to see her. He went to the bar. He's like, "You're so beautiful." Offered her. I don't want to make it a lie, but I think it was like $6,000 or $10,000. No, sorry, it was $1,000. He offered her $1,000 in pesos, and she said, "No, I'm sorry, I have a boyfriend." Da da da. When we met up, she told me, and her friend was telling me, and I was like, "You didn't take the $1,000?" She almost slapped the shit out of me. So at the end of the day, everything doesn't have a price. Like Ted DiBiase said, everybody has a price. Everybody don't. Some people would do dumb shit to mess up their money and their lives and their name. A lot of people. What's up, John the analyst? LJ, what's good? He said, "Yeah, Chitlin Skin Joe, one of my favorite names, bro. Chitlin Skin Jodeci Boots, my favorite name on YouTube. I don't care anybody else." Prophet of Rage said, "Before I started talking to my chica again," I'll put it up here. Hold on. Before I started talking to my chica again, after meeting her, another chica who had better looks and body, she became too much. Always asking for something. Each one is, and that's another thing. Wally, what's good with you? It's not always looks. I told you guys, some of you guys get fooled by waist and waist and face and waist, face and waist. Y'all get caught up. If that's the basis of your relationship, sometimes you gotta realize that ain't. DJ been local in the building. He said, "No what's you, no car payment." Josh said, "I like this." Shout out my man Lance. Said, "I personally think it's best to naturally meet a woman here when you're out and about." I'm about to get into that right now. We're gonna get into that right now. Hold on. You guys are already ahead of me. Pascal said, "If you guys want good serious women, stay away from tourist area." To a point, I agree with that. To a point. Barry Smith in the building. What's good? My man Chiba said, "Not only super aggressive, but they also throw it in your face. If you guys ever have a serious, they throw everything in your face." There he goes. They call you out of weakness. He knows. Like I said, I'm only telling you guys facts on dating Dominican women. And like I said, this goes kind of for Latin women too as a whole. When I'm talking about the aggressiveness, the passion, Latin women are just. I used to date Puerto Ricans, Colombians, back in New York, and hey, they didn't play. If you look to the left too long, and my Puerto Rican girlfriend back in the day, we going to City Island. Her mom's actually lived down a block from City Island, so every time we visit her mom's, we went down to City Island, got some food, came back, and she lived on the other side of the Bronx. So I'm looking to go straight, but this guy looks like he's gonna run the light. So I'm just like, "Is he about to run the light? Let me not go because he's going really, really fast." And she goes, "Who are you looking at? Who's that bitch over there?" I'm like, "I don't even see no broad. I don't even know what I'm looking. I'm trying not to get in the car accident." And she's like, I know you see your broad." So and mind you, there was a girl walking maybe like 100 yards away, which I did not see. I'm looking at the car about to hit me. So it is that passion, that jealousy, that aggressiveness. Tyson, to be honest, my girl forced me to leave arrogantly with her, and it's a culture shock for me. 100%. Even when you go to eat, all right, if you go to the family's house to eat, some of you guys be like, oh man, I was with the family. I was with the family. Even if you go to the family and eat, right? You get to play first. The men get to play first. Some guys were blown away by that when it actually happened to them. You get to play first. You're a guest. You're also the man. You get to play first. The men eat first. Okay? It's just the culture is a very great culture, and there's certain things that we don't understand all the time. A lot of old-fashioned stuff involved, which our grandparents did and all that, so it is different. Lance said, too many chiefs, not enough Indians. All facts, my brother. London said, pillow talking. Prophet said, my chica's adding me to all social media accounts because she wants to be completely transparent. Yeah, but I mean, at the end of the day, do I really want to see all that? Because you already know dudes is hollering. CJ, see you soon, my brother. Barissimo was good. He said some Jewish chicks sounded like Popeye's biscuits. Chi-Town Cash, what up? All right, so let me get to my next point as you guys watch. Make sure you hit that like button, guys. All right, so my next point, it was just said twice in the comment. Lance and someone else. I apologize. One of my biggest things I've stressed to you guys in any relationships, or even just good dealings with Dominican women, and ladies, if you're watching, dealing with Dominican men as well, language. Learn the language. You will have such a different experience. Guys, why do you think I go all over this country? Before YouTube, I was going by myself. I remember giving Check his flowers. Shout out to Check in Effect. I gave Check his flowers. I was on his videos, and everywhere he was traveling, I'd been there before, but I wasn't a YouTuber. I was doing content. And I was naming spots. I was over there, go to the beach over there, go to the liquor store over there, go to the bar over there. And I was excited because I'm watching Check at places I was at. So, and I told Check, I said, man, I got to give you flowers because I wish I was recording back then because I had been all these places. I was traveling, jumping in the car, going places. So, but I learned the language, understood the language, understood how to communicate, understood the nuances too when certain things are said and responses. Spanish is all about responses. Sometimes I just sit quiet and people think I'm stuck up. I'm just stuck up because I'm sitting there and I don't, as Americans, we speak when spoken to. That's just my thing. If we're having a conversation, I'm gonna talk. But if it's not my conversation, I'm gonna shut up to that. Like right now, two of my guys, they having a convo. I'm not jumping, not because I'm on a lie, but I'm not jumping in their conversation because I'm not involved in it. So I'd be quiet, and sometimes Dominicans look at you like, why aren't you saying that? Oh, my bad, it's not my convo. You know what I'm saying? 1 second. Let me get to these comments real quick. So learning the language is a big deal. It actually take you above and beyond, and doing this, handing your phone back and forth. That's wild to me. Shout out to you guys that do that. I don't understand how you actually feel you have a real connection or a real relationship when you're handing the phone back and forth. I have no idea. It's the weirdest thing to me. Shout out to y'all. Learn the language. You'll enjoy yourself a little bit more. Now, besides communication, Dominicans love to dance, and Dominican women love to dance. If you can dance and speak the language, call me tomorrow. We'll be hanging out. If you can dance, women are gonna be all they love to dance. So if you can dance, hey, oh yeah, what's it? Hey, you want to dance? Don't ask her name. You want to dance? No, just dance. So if you can speak the language, communicate, and dance, Jesus Christ, you're like Romeo Santos out here. You know what I mean? So learning the language, learning the culture, learning how to dance a little bachata, a little merengue, whatever it is. Goes leaps and bounds. Now, let me get to these comments. That was one of my points. Learn the language, learn the culture. LMA Trucker said, keep doing your thing, bro. Oh, let me get to that. Keep doing your thing, bro. Big motivation for many of the brothers out here. I found my lady at the airport while leaving now. We have a beautiful little girl on the way next month. Nice. Congrats. Memphis, Tennessee. Shout out to you, bro. Miguel Torres in the building. Blame it on my boogie said, the more Spanish I learn, the more I understand the culture. The language and the cultures are connected. That's one. Let me put this up here. I'm going to leave this up here real quick. Read that. That's Young Jay right there. Miss J from Miss J's Juke Joint, always every first and third Thursday at Flip Flop. The more Spanish I learn, the more I understand the culture, the language, and the culture are connected. So if you speak the language or understand the culture more and more, you understand what's said, why it's being said, certain words. The words I'm yelling out to y'all, senorita, chismoso, agentado, certain words, you'll kind of understand what that means. If you speak the language, you understand why they say it, while the culture looks at those words and when they say certain things and certain mannerisms, you'll understand it. My boy Ronnie said professional women still ask for help. Let me get into that. That's actually one of my it's one of my points, but I'll start with that real quick because that's a good point. Professional women still ask for help, maybe because they don't make a lot and live above the means. Here's the thing. Excuse me, sorry. Find me a person that don't need help. Find me a person that don't need help. Your homeboy needs help. Your sister, your mother, your father needs help. It could be the littlest thing. May not be financial. Maybe it's just help lifting the couch to move. Even if a person is not in poverty, they need help. I need help. I need you guys to come here, buy some wings, buy some tacos, buy some beers. I need help, right? Everyone needs a little help in some form or fashion. It might not always be financial. So you got to get that out your head. Like I said, Ronnie's a vet here too. Ronnie lives here as well. WDRC, Santo Domingo, my boy Ronnie, excuse me. He lives here as well. Everyone needs a little help. I don't care who they are. So even a professional chick may need salon money. Maybe she needs a couple dollars to go to the salon because she's paid her bills, paid her rent or mortgage, whatever it is. And now she just says, all my stuff is paid off, but I need to go to the salon. She needs salon money. Everyone needs a little bit of help. And I counted that by saying, who doesn't need help? Everybody kind of does. So at the end of the day, you got to realize helping is not pay for play. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you're doing straight pay for play, that's different. But if you're helping someone, you genuinely care, or they're in a situation, go a couple dollars, which a lot of you on this live right now have done. It is cool. Everyone needs a little help, even if they're professional. Don't think, because she got this great job, her bills ain't back. Her bills are bad. It is what it is. And like I said, some of you guys talk ish about chicks in America asking for the cash app first, but they need help. Now, I don't want to go back and forth with that because I don't agree with the delivery all the time, but trust me, everyone needs a little help. Before my next point, 1 second. So I agree, move around and try to learn the language. 100%. Las Terrenas, Nagua, Rio, San Juan. I've been to all those. You already know. Hold on. She seen me dance. I do have a 7-count bachata. And it's good, though. People love it, though. The ladies love my 7-count bachata. It's more like a 2-step with a little bit of salsa. That's what it is. My bachata is like a 2-step with a salsa. I made it up. Can't follow it. Just watch me work. VJX, I'm in the process of learning the language right now. I've heard so many times how much more. Yeah, it matters, bro. Listen, for my Americans in the chat, one thing I always heard growing up, when people wanted to disrespect a immigrant or someone, a non-American, why don't you learn the language? I used to hear that. It'd be funny to me when I heard that. Like I said, I had a lot of Caribbean friends and stuff, so I would hear that, and I'd be like, that's weird. I go to another country, why don't we learn the language if we're in their country? The same way someone once said, why don't you learn the language? You don't even speak my language. Hey, well, Pasquale said, all I know is Dominican is Disneyland. You can find everything, woman in paradise. Absolutely the right language, but chapter goes a long way. In fact. And yeah, don't drink too much. It does look bad. Unless you're talking to me, DJ Logo. Matter of fact, y'all can send me a cash app right now for my next drink. I ran out of red cups. They're in the house. A Puerto Rican landed in Dominican Republic. I love that. A PR landed in DR. I already know. My experience has been good, I guess, because I speak language. Yeah, well, you speak the language. And the language gets you further and further and further and more entrenched in that locations and situations most of us won't be in. And I say us because I'm not American, but I put myself in those situations by speaking the language. He said, if you're going to give money, they're going to take it. That's right. There you go. Jared, what's good with you? Yeah, Halloween going to be lit, man. Hit me up for the info. Halloween tickets is going. EJ said, which is why I'm staying for 3 weeks next time. Learn the culture. Yeah, get in the culture, man. I study Spanish each day. There you go. Miss Valenda's, what up? So let me get to my next point. Like I said, learn the language, man. Excuse me. I don't know if I would have the same experiences if I didn't know the language, whether it be understanding or speaking. I don't know if I have the same experiences. I can brag now because I've had all these amazing experiences. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I can't say I would have those experiences if I did not speak the language. I'll be honest with you. Now, so let me get into where I messed up. I'll give you my personal story. Okay. I will 100% be transparent in my relationships all around the world, not just Dominican Republic, period, who I am. I've met some great women in my life. I can say that I have been around women who I'd be like, man, she the one. She could be the one. If I really wanted it to be, it could happen. Have a good one, baby. I will honestly say that my arrogance at times, my overconfidence can be push people away as well. Have been a way to ruin my relationship and get out of relationships. So I'll be honest with that. I have self-sabotaged in my relationship by being arrogant. There's a line, Styles P said in the rap song, I'd rather die than snitch, and I love my Negroes, not my. And I lived by that. That was before you even had the line. That was me. I love my homies. I would literally put my homies in front of everybody. And that was a negative I had a lot of my life. Like, I don't care how she feel. I'm with the homies. It wasn't right, but it was my mentality at the time because the homies always held me now I can depend on the homies. Not realizing that some of the homies wasn't about me, like I told you guys before. But that was my mindset. So my arrogance at times has led me to push women away. So I'm guilty of that. But where I've messed up is in that time frame of dealing with multiple women at here and there times and that arrogance. I've probably can honestly tell you that arrogance has broken people down. Women, broken them down. Excuse me, sorry. The lack of communication, I'm guilty of that. I tell you guys all the time about communication. I'm guilty of lack of communication sometimes myself. Instead of communicating and being like, hey, let's work this out, let's fix this, I'm like, man, leave me alone, miss me with all that. You know what I'm saying? That's that arrogance as well. At the end of the day, one of my biggest mistakes in all my relationships, especially here in this country, is having a woman that adores you. Like, if a chick loves you, she loves you, all right? And having a woman that completely adores you and acting like, she all right. Told you guys about my ex-Puerto Rican girlfriend. I have a few Puerto Rican girls, but it was the model one. Her family didn't dislike Dominicans, and then they came here a lot. And I never forget, she was like, well, my, we get the little family gathers, he going to Dominican Republic again. And I'm like, oh, God, here we go. And I got to hear about Dominicans this, Dominicans that. You know, Puerto Ricans, not all, but the Puerto Ricans I knew, kind of funny towards Dominicans. So at the end of the day, I remember she said, if you go to DR again, I'm not messing with you no more. I was like, man, whatever. I don't care what you're talking about. You just talking the talk. I see you when I see you. You're going to be mine. Anyway, the arrogance, the overconfidence. Got on the plane. In fact, I actually came to see her before I left. Came to see her. Gave me a kiss. She's like, you really going? I was like, I'll call you when I get back. Left. This is before WhatsApp. Got blocked on Facebook. Couldn't reach her on the phone. I was like, oh, she really bounced. So that has been one of my biggest flaws in relationships. That arrogance and not listening, saying, yeah, she's feeling a type of way. Maybe I should have not went on that trip. Just that one. Until I ease things over with her to let her feel comfortable going on a trip. You understand what I'm saying? So those are kind of my mistakes. And that's not Dominican, but Puerto Rican, Latino. Okay? One thing also you need to understand about relationships in Dominican Republic, mainly, I'm not speaking on Colombia right now. I'm not speaking on Brazil right now. I'm not speaking on America. I'm speaking on Dominican Republic at this very moment. People will talk about you to ruin your relationship. Chismoso, talking shit. People just talk. In this country, people will go out of their way to destroy your relationship. Whether it be a chick that like you, whether it be a dude that like your chick, they will go out of their way to see you unhappy and to see you guys split up. I had to learn that. I've had so many rumors told about me, the chicks I was dealing with, so many things. And when the girls realize that people, men and women, are going out of their way to hurt our relationship, Hillary, out of their way to ruin our relationship, they realize, okay, he's not bullshit. People are really going out their way to ruin our relationship. Another thing where I've messed up in is my lack of trust. I don't trust people. Lo mismo, double, yeah. I have a big lack of trust. I don't trust people. No. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt, but I won't trust you fully, if that makes sense. Okay? So my lack of trust has did a lot of damage to my relationships as well. And I will say this. You guys pay attention to what I'm about to say, for you guys are always talking about Sosua, and I'm going to get to the comments after this point. One thing that has warped my mind is Sosua. All the groups, the WhatsApp groups, the Facebook groups. I'll tell you why. Hear me out. You guys know I don't talk about hoes. I'm not into that. You come down, we hang out, you do what you do. Excuse me. One thing I can tell you off the top, I grew up around pimps and hoes. That was, so I already felt women were this way, and I had a lot of misconception about women myself. But being in Sosua and being in all these groups and seeing how guys go so hard, like I tell you guys, 10 to 25 dudes are getting at your girl every day. I'm in groups with 70, 500 people, and all they do is, I got a hug, I'm talking to her. And to see that has warped me a little bit too. Oh, she has a husband. She has a boyfriend. Man, they look so happy. I was with her last night. That has warped me too. And I was the guy. I was the guy smashing your girlfriend. It was me, definitely. But I had to stop and realize, man, I wonder how much that hurts. You know what I'm saying? So that has warped me too in my relationships and has messed up a lot of things that I've been doing, because I'll be like, you can get it too. Huh? You could be like, damn, you can get it too. But the one thing I can say is, as long as you know your truth, you ain't got to worry. If my chick sleeps with another dude, she wanted to. As long as he didn't rape her. Get that through your head. So once I live my truth, I'll be like, man, it is what it is. I ain't on that. I can't be on that jealous shit, because at the end of the day, she gonna do what she gonna do. He's supposed to holler at my chick. If my chick is bad, you supposed to holler. Otherwise, what am I doing with her? You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants her. Why do I want her? I'm talking about as looks go. Okay. Let me get into these comments and we go into the next point. Hit that like button, y'all. I don't know how many likes we got. Hit that like button. Let me catch up on these comments. Blah, 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 blah. And like I said, you got. Matter of fact, my bad, y'all. I didn't put the link in it. We'll put the link in it before I get to my next point. We're on stream, y'all. You guys are welcome to join, but let me catch up with these comments at the moment. If anybody jumps in with some commentary, just stay in the background for a minute till I finish the commentary. That's the link. Okay, let me see where I left my comments so fast. Y'all put your comments in, I'm gonna get to them. I said you definitely want to have mountain success. So I'm actually trying to find Dominican bachata school. Yeah, there are schools. There are dancing schools. Yes, I actually know a personal. Hit me up. I'll try to send you. There's actually a couple that do dance classes now. They go business to business, do dance classes. Solo said, Greg, you always address your employees with the utmost respect, with the little Spanish that you speak, from what I've heard while listening to your videos. Appreciate that. Considering I'm Latino, appreciate it, Solo. Yeah, I treat everybody with respect. That's number one. Everybody gets respect. 100%. And I appreciate that, Solo. Reggie said, Flip, it takes a big man to say you messed up a lot of things. I know. Listen, I am a self-sabotager. Reggie BX, we've had this conversation, bro. I self-sabotage. I swear to God, I self-sabotage myself. I know I've been the reason I've messed up relationships. I've had some good chicks in my life, and I've been like, oh well. You know what I'm saying? And then later I'll be like, oh man, why'd I do that? Later I'll be like, why'd I mess that up? That was damn. Shucks. You know what I'm saying? Howard Benson, side note, great topic. Did you hear the crazy story about Carly Russell? I'm seeing some stuff online, but I haven't followed it. No, I'm sorry. Here we go. Shout out my man K. Maturity and growth is amazing. It definitely is. It definitely is. Self-sabotage is real. No, listen. I'd be a fool to tell you guys a mystery love story that doesn't exist. I'm gonna tell you guys the truth. You watch this channel, you know me, you met me, I speak the truth. I've self-sabotaged my relationships, which is why I'm giving you this video, because I've known what I could have done better. I've seen what I could have. Okay, here's what you messed up here, but cool. You dig what I'm saying? So 100%. Prophet of Rage, I see you. Stay in the back for 1 second. I'm gonna get to the things. The relationship haters. Here we go. The relationship haters come from ones you don't expect. Even my girl's female boss, I treat her better. Hey, listen, people will hate on you. If they see you happy, they will hate. You better believe it. That's one thing about this country I couldn't stand for a long time. I had to grow patience for it. People will hate on you. If they see you happy, they'll hate. It's weird. Like, why don't you go be happy? Why are you hating on me? So I can definitely see Sosua warping the mind. Yeah, it does. I'll be honest. And speaking to so many people, it messes my head up sometimes. To see the things that my guys do and all these different groups, not just Parallel, so many other groups. And I'm like, man, do I got a good one? I don't know. Whoa, what just happened there? Chapapa TV, what's up, my bro? You said court relationship PTSD. Way before DR though, but DR kind of added to it. Said there you go. A lot of these WhatsApp groups are toxic and F of your perspective, 100%. Prophet of Rage, I'm not going to read your comment because I'm going to get in here. You do that comment. Late night with Flip Flop. What up? Gans in the building. Oh, man, we're going there all day. There you go. SNS Dance Academy is the one in Sosua. Great couple teach dancing classes. That's one that I know in Sosua. But there are definitely a lot of dancing schools out here. Puerto Rican said, I matter how many tabs we keep on ladies if they want to cheat. Yeah, that's it. You can't really keep track of your chick. The best thing to do is just build a solid foundation. Oh, Prophet Ray, I saw you left. I'm sorry, bro. I'm trying to get these comments out the way. Like I said, if you join the link, just stay in the back for a minute. Yeah, bachata, salsa, merengue, yeah. Well, bachata's like huge down here, so you get some bachata, you'll be all right. You see Greg Swiftfly doing his 7-step, 2-step bachata. So when I'm in full time, definitely finna patronize the personal trainer, sir. Man, I'm out of shape. I'm trying to get in shape, but I will definitely link up, EJ. Enjoy your birthday, Timothy Everett. Was good. So my bad, Prophet got from behind the scenes, but you can definitely hit that link and join in now, fellas. This is a part that's going to intrigue you. I might have missed a couple things, and if I missed a couple things, you could add it. This part for my fellas is going to intrigue you because I took the time to write this down and realize all the people I speak to and I've met throughout the years and how people I know, people do certain things. Let's talk about the type of dude you are. Let me type that in. Let's get into that. Type of dude. I call you a dude. Of dude. All caps, please. Of dude. You are. Let's talk about that. Different types of dudes. Number one, the saver. Captain Saver. Big shout out to my man Hill, Captain Saver, but not him. Are you a saver? Is that your type? Let's get into what a saver is. You only want chicks that need you so you can feel empowered. I have two friends like that. I don't like it. I don't agree with it. But they want chicks who need them so they can feel empowered and have substance and power over them. So I'm saving you because I want to make sure you need me. Are you the saver? Number one, free side. Thank you. Write that down, brother. Are you the saver? There you go. Number two, the empathy. The empathy. Hey, follow me on this, man. I made a good list. You feel bad, so you want to become a saver, but not to feel empowered. You empathize, so you become a saver, but you don't want to have power over them. You just want to help. You want to save them, but you don't want to. You don't look down on them. You just want to help. Number three, and this is actually one of my favorites because a lot of guys do this, and I be laughing my ass off inside. Not at you, inside. I laugh inside. The lover boy. The lover boy. Number three, the lover boy. Some guys gonna get mad at me right now. You try to be the boyfriend or novio, as we say, just to get some buns for free or the low. I know some guys like this. And when I tell you, let me take this comment down. Excuse me, guys. Apologize. I still got the comment on the screen. When I tell you, the lover boy will sit there and be like, "Hey, babe," like a Brad kind of, "Hey, baby, you should be with a great guy. I could be that man, just to get, they want to see if they can smash for free or for the low. I don't pay nothing." Meanwhile, sometimes those are the same guys that buy a couch set or an American washer dryer. Either way, the lover boy. Number four, the serious relationship dude, which is why I'm sure a good percentage of you are watching this. The serious relationship. It's number four. You want a wife or you want a long-term girlfriend. And you may make bad decisions trying to get the wrong one, who you think is the right one. The serious relationship. You want a relationship so bad that you may make a bad decision and pick the wrong person. Chapapa, 1 second, I got one more. Number five. If it happens, it happens. You don't care what happens. You'll roll with the punches. If she loves you, she loves you. She don't, you don't care. I believe, now there might be one type. You got another type, type it in. Those are my 5 types of guys that look for dating relationships, dating Dominicans, or even other countries. And I've narrowed those types down because those are the guys I've come across a lot in my travels and everything. Let me get my man Chapapa in here 1 second. My bro, what's good with you?
Yo, Flip, what it do? What it do?
How you doing, baby?
Hey, shit, bro. It's Sao Paulo right now. Taking this walk.
Oh, you out there in Sao Paulo, Brazil, doing your thing?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How's everything going with you?
I'm good, baby. I'm good. I'm gonna need you to chime in because I know you live in Brazil right now, but you used to live in the Dominican Republic. How do you feel, and what are your information, your guidelines, whatever it is, or your complaints about dating Dominican women?
Number one, if your gut feeling is telling you something, listen to it. Don't try to make it.
Talk closer to the phone, bro. Talk closer to the phone.
Like, you hear me better?
Yeah, now, yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying, like, if your gut feeling is telling you something, don't try to make excuses. Listen to that shit, especially in DR. Whether you vacationing or living there. And another thing guys try to do, what I myself was guilty of doing, is you find a girl with a red flag and you try to paint that shit green.
I'm gonna get into that. Yeah, throw me some of your red flags though. What are some of your red flags?
Yo, some of the red flags are, number one, they only date gringos.
Say it again.
They only date gringos. Hold on, let me take the headset off.
That's one. Okay.
Yeah, one red flag is they only date gringos. Like if you meet them on the app or online, and he be like, "Yeah, I'm looking for something serious," or "Yeah, this and that. I went through this heartbreak." That's a red flag. Once the Dominican girl going through a heartbreak, that's number one red flag. They all go through heartbreaks. There's mad bachata songs about heartbreaks.
Of course, everywhere. Yeah, of course.
Another
they'll throw that "I've been hurt before" type thing. I got you.
Yep. They'll be like, I'm in need of trying to find something serious. They're gonna hit you with the age, because what guys don't understand is it be a lot of guys going out there for like girls in their mid-20s, maybe high 20s. So they're gonna hit you with the line like, "Oh, estoy viejo, blah blah blah. I'm getting old. I need to have my future settled, and that's gonna sound great to a guy. Like, yeah, I'm looking for that too. I'm trying to have my future down pat. I'm trying to have someone to have a wife and kids with, but that's how they get you.
But you know what though? I call that the game. I call that the game. And most of the time, that game works on people who are, like I was saying, you've been here before. It's a lot of machismo here, macho and all that. And I call that the game. And if you fall for the game was meant for the people who fall for it. But other than that, if you don't fall for the game, then you know what it is. You know what I'm saying? But unfortunately, and you can agree with me on this, there are a lot of guys that don't know game. So when they get that game fed to them and they believe that Latin affection and believe everything is being fed, they fall for it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there's guys that don't know game, and then there's guys like you and I who legit live there. Don't got to worry about flying back. We come across new shit.
Probably not the same way I went out last night.
That's 100%. Hey, I appreciate you jumping in, my brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Appreciate you, bro.
If you're not subscribed, hit your Papa TV, man. Post your link in the thing if you can. That's my dude right there, living in Brazil right now, doing his thing. Big shout out to you, bro. Appreciate you.
Got you, bro. Later.
We got 19 story. Who's that? Let's see who this is. Hey, what? Oh, Lance in the building. What's good, baby?
Hey, welcome back
Lance,
to the beautiful island of the Dominican Republic.
Lance, we couldn't hear you, my bro. I'm sorry, man. Hit me back if that's you. So let me see. Life of Bill said, yeah, I couldn't hear. Lance, if that's you, I couldn't hear you at all. I've had on my cape. Life of Bill. People have their cape on. People have their cape. Right? It could be empathy or compassion or both. But I could say empathy because you want to, you feel for them. You feel it and you understand, hey, we all go through things, especially after COVID. A lot of us been through stuff, J. Dot said guilty. Shout out to J. Dot. I speak no lies on this channel, man. I tell the truth. He said ain't nothing free. Facts. But some guys will tell themselves it's free. One thing about some of these groups I laugh and shout out to all the groups. I love all my guys. Some of the groups, not all. There's some groups, straight monger groups, shout to the mongers, and all they talk about is who pays the less, who gets the best service. Like you're bragging about who pays for something. Like, bro, it don't matter. You paying for it. Do what you do. But they be like trying to outdo each other. Well, I got her to do a spin on her head. I got her to do 25 jumping jacks. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I didn't want to see no girl do jumping jacks. Let's go. Tony Hernandez, what up? Said that part. Give me a second. Catch your comments. He's I'm somewhere between 4 and 5. Blake said I'm 2 and 5. I'm more 5 than anything. It's gonna be hard. Brooke and GQ in the building. Shout out to you, Southside Jamaica all day. Let me see it. Hey Lance, is that you, brother?
Yeah, it's me.
Hey, Lance, if that's you, your thing is really, really low, bro. I can't hear you at all.
Can you hear me now?
All right, Lance, we gotta have you fix your audio over here, my brother. He said, my gut tells me to marry her. Now we're gonna get us some red flags, but before I do, 1 second. We got the private chat here. Lance, I'm texting in the background. I'm gonna get you back up in a minute. Okay, so that is Lance. Shout out to my brother. 1 second, let me get back to the comments. If you guys got some red flags, put it in the chat before we get to them. We'll bring Lance up here in a second when I finish these comments. Said, appreciate the super chat, bro. Put that up on the screen. Said, great topic, Greg. I'm married and can only say now that having one woman works better for me. Maybe it's my age or life experience. My life experience, but don't have patience to deal with many women in the games played. Exactly. It could be a headache, and I appreciate that. Let me see if Lance is in here. I'm gonna get back to the comments. Lance, are you here, my brother?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, you got to talk a little louder, bro. Like you're really, really low.
All right, what about now?
A tiny bit louder.
Hold on, let me cut these headphones.
Because I can hear audience. Hold on. Can you guys hear Lance? Lance, talk. Can you guys hear Lance? I could barely hear you. I don't think you hear you.
What about now?
You know what I'm gonna do? Hold on. I'm gonna go on to YouTube real quick. And don't forget, guys, type in your red flags for relationships. Let me go to YouTube real quick, Lance, while I got you on here.
Okay.
Let me check if I can hear myself. And don't forget, guys, type in your red flags. All right, Lance, do me a favor and talk, brother.
All right, can you hear me now?
Let me check if I can hear myself.
Hold on. Can you hear me now?
Okay, Lance, you can be heard pretty clearly. Give me a second. Let me get over here. Let me get over because it's the delay with my my joint. But I can hear you, Lance. Give me 1 second before you get started, brother. Let me try to catch up. All right, go ahead, Lance. Shoot.
All right, you can hear me?
Let me give you a shout out to Cheetah's family.
You good, Lance?
Okay, no, I was just gonna say, man, like with the whole relationship thing, it's like you gotta be out. You know, you gotta actually organically.
I agree. I agree.
And it's like with all these group chats, like there's too many group chats, you know, for the wrong reasons. Like,
Yeah, Lance, hold on. Shut up, Lance. Hold on. Damn. I gotta get you up. You got too much background noise, Lance, and your thing's really low. But I appreciate it. Not bad. Stay tuned for a live. So I gotta get Lance on his live talking about his expat experience. Pardon me, Lance. Your thing was really bad. But we good though. Shout out to Lance for joining in. Checking in. What's good? Facebook user. Put your name because I can't see the Facebook. I'm not logged in. That's what I realized. I'm not logged in. So I have done empathy. We all have tried to help someone. It is what it is. And I thank Lance for jumping on this live. Hold on. He says, I ain't gonna lie. My favorite told me she loves me. I fell for it. Hey, bro, you ain't the only one, man. You ain't the only one. Pat in the building. What's good, Pat? It's all good. You here now. Don't worry about it. You guys type in some of your red flags from relationships, and that's what we're going to talk about next when I get through these comments. Shan Brown in the building, my bro. What's good? Y'all can hear him good. Like I said, shout to Lance for jumping. I'm catching him on the comments. Hold on. Wait. He said, what I missed? I was sending to Western Union for the third time this week. Hold on. I just saw Cool Cat. Big shout to Cool Cat. Let me catch him. Big shout to Cool Cat. Flip, you ever seen a chica there genuinely love and hold down a gringo? 100%. I've definitely seen it. What I've never seen is a relationship go back to America and it worked. I've 100% seen relationships here work. 100%. Now, was there something going on that I didn't know about? I can't speak on that because I didn't know about it. But I actually seen some great relationships here work. Now, some reason when they go to the States, it's a little... things happen. I can't speak on that, but yes, I've definitely seen that before. But in DR, it's shout to Jeff. Yeah, Omar, I think it was me too because I heard him on the phone, but he was kind of fun. Shout to Omar Murphy in the building, my bro. Okay, I hear him. I appreciate that. Then yeah, Lance is going now, but thank you. Yeah, you know what? I should have had headphones on. Yeah, I'm gonna do an open panel. Yeah, I heard the echo. That was my thing. I'm free. What's good? So first red flag. Tight said, I'm going to put this on the screen. Red flag, you never meet her at her home. She might live with Jose. Have you guys watched the video about Jose and Isabel? Was that the name I used, Isabel? Jose is the dude she told you was her cousin or uncle or her brother. But it's really her boyfriend. Isabel is, for the ladies, Isabel is the chick that he told you was the sister. Jose and Isabel. They exist. Thank you, guys. Red flag, hold on. My man Steve Bogus said, red flag, face is always on the phone. Hey, let's see this one. Red flag, she can't cook and name brands. Yeah. Finding a Dominican that can't cook is weird. It's all good, Josh. Look, appreciate you jumping in. We gotta get that mic fixed so we hear you clearly. You were really low for a while. Some people heard you though. Patrick said, "My red flag: a chick who guards her phone like the Secret Service guarding the president." Typing sideways. No look typing. Definitely a red flag. And I see it a lot. Or the phone goes under the pillow. I had a girlfriend in Brooklyn one time. Funniest thing. Post that Cash App. I had a girl in Brooklyn one time. She would put her phone in the kitchen. Obviously, I knew she was messing around. We wasn't really boyfriend and girlfriend. She would put her phone in the kitchen. She didn't think I knew. So what happened was I get up late night, get a snack or some water, some whatever it is. I probably was getting water at that time. And I was getting a can of peaches. That's how I was getting a can of peaches. I remember this to this day. And the can opener is in the drawer. So I open the drawer. Her phone is there. I'm like, what is her phone with the silverware? What? And I go, that's strange. Her phone's with the silverware. Did she drop it? Picked it up, opened it up before all the smartphones a long time ago. And I said, oh, she got a whole boyfriend. Okay. But she told him the message I saw, because I was just being nosy, didn't care, wasn't my girlfriend. But the message I saw was she told him she's going to her mama's house and go to sleep. I'm in the bed. So you got some red flag right there. Y'all type your red flag. I got a nice list of red flags. Hey, good in the building, my bro. What's good with you? He just said when they tell you, hold on. When they tell you you're in their life and you barely know them, you know who falls for that? The guys who get stuck on that Latin affection. Those guys fall for that because they're like, oh my gosh, she loved me. I found the one she really cares about me. Yeah, you and 20 other dudes. And it's not everybody. It's just certain experiences I've seen. Kyle said, good evening. Appreciate you, Kyle. BK, yes, got my teeth done, and I did a video about it. My dentist in Puerto, Plata. Well, DJ Maloka, I like this one. Always in debt. Believe it or not, loan sharking is a business here. So a lot of people take out loans, try to live above their means. So yeah, that's kind of normal here, being in debt. You just don't want to get stuck having to make sure you're paying the debt. You know, I have a chick that I see posting her dude all the time. Listen, so red flags. And I'm gonna use this right here. Like I said, if you guys on Facebook watching, I apologize. I forgot to log into Facebook, so it says Facebook user. So if you want me to say your name, just type your name when you type. I had a girl I was messing around with. This is a long time ago, 9 years ago. I was in Puerto Plata, messing around, and we would see each other time to time. She'd be like, "Hey, I want to see you. Cool, got a." When someone asked for some help, hey, I need some money for Pampers. Cool, you know. We would just get together, drink, and mess around. So one day I go to the club. I'll go to the club in Puerto Plata by myself. I go to the club by myself sometimes. So I go to the club, order me a bottle, sitting by the door, drinking, chilling, saying what up, everybody know, hey, what's up? By myself. I think I finish this bottle, go home, relax. And she walks in with her dude, holding hands, kissing each other from the door. Like, that type of kissing from the door. And I'm like, oh, that looks like love. She's not my girlfriend. I'm not mad. I'm like, hey, it's what it is. I've seen it many times. I got yelled at when I was on the Malecone years ago, and I said the Malecone. Well, you see your girlfriend with her real boyfriend. People are like, take that down. Anyway, so they walking in, they're just walking hand in hand, tonguing each other down. Couldn't even see them. Almost knocked over a table. Couldn't even see the table. I'm like, damn, okay. So one of my boys is at another table, my Dominican homeboy, and he runs over to me. He goes, yo, because he knew I met her through him, matter of fact. That's how it was funny. So he happened to see, you just saw that? I was like, yeah, I don't care. She not my girl. Like, I guess she got a boyfriend. So they sit directly across from me. The table's maybe 7 feet away, right? And they're so into each other, she doesn't see me. My boy comes over, laughs, looks over. They're still tonguing each other down. I'm like, it is what it is. I'm just kind of awkward. I feel awkward because I'm like, when she looks up and sees me, I hope I'm not looking at her. So he leaves. My boy leaves to go back to the table. He's like, man. And I'm just sitting there drinking my drink, trying not to look forward because I'm like, it's gonna be pretty weird when she pulls her head up and sees only me. Sure enough, I got like this. Because it was weird. They were tonguing each other down so much, it was just weird to look at. Not that I know her, it was just weird. So they done, ordered their drinks. She looks up. Just beelines to my table. Beelines to my table. Yo, that's not my boyfriend. That's just a friend. Like I was just going to immediately forget the 13 minutes of tongue kissing you just did from the door to the table. It wasn't 13 minutes, but it felt like it. I mean, like a minute and a half. Like the whole bar was like, Jesus Christ. I didn't care. You're not my girlfriend. But it was that situation where he's sitting there like, that's not my girlfriend. Totally not like a blood crimson dropping his flag. He dropped his flag. He's like, I don't know. It is what it is. Me and her had a great time. Wasn't no big deal, but I've seen that. So just to give you an idea, I've literally seen that. And chicks will post they do to forget you on their status. They'll forget you on their Facebook or Instagram and be like, oh, my love, I love him so much. And you'd be like, I thought you ain't have a boyfriend. I just take a screenshot and be like, see you later. GC Judah, what's good with you? Free your mind. So red flag, hold on. Red flag if she doesn't answer the phone after 10. Free your mind, yes and no. Some chicks do genuinely go to sleep. You guys know I love this country, but I will say, if there was an Olympics for sleeping, Dominican Republic would win gold and silver every year. So sometimes they go to sleep. But no, because yes, because even if they answer the phone, I've actually been next to someone's girl and they answered the phone. Haha, baby, I'm tired. I'm going to bed. I love you so much. And I'm like this. What? So, yes and no. Sometimes they genuinely going to sleep. Sometimes they in the Quebec. Rare day about here. Hold on. Let's see what this says. Red flag. She has a problem every week. Grandma dies. Mother. Hey, bro. All right. Quick tip. I'm going to leave this up here. Quick tip. I've given some gems throughout this video, but I'm also going to throw you little tips. Anytime you get a message, and it seems weird, like, you get that weird feeling. That's weird. She just texted me out of the blue. I might get. My boy told me years ago, I might get strung out in the street by these chicks, by telling the secrets. If they be like, "Hey, how you doing?" Out of nowhere, like you ain't spoke to in a couple of days, just say, "Hey, how you doing?" No real introduction. Hello, how you been? How you doing? You'll get the vibe. It'll be a weird how you doing. It won't be a normal how you doing. Like how you doing? Like that type of thing. My response is, because I know what to look for, is, oh man, my dog died. My goldfish is sick. This shit is crazy. Life is hard right now. I beat him to the punch. I'm like, my grandma dead. All my grandmothers are dead, so I can use that. My grandma dead. I didn't say when she died. My grandma dead. I'm just sad. I beat him to the punch. Because any cold-hearted, no pulse having mofo wouldn't even say, oh man, your grandma died, I need some money. So I beat him to the punch. But if you don't beat him to the punch, you respond like, oh, I'm good. I'm out here chilling with the fellas, barbecuing, sipping some more wet, sipping some tequila, Clase Azul. Oh yeah, I'm glad you're having a good time, but my mom is sick. I might need a little help. Gotcha. Play the game before the game plays you. I was like this. I'll be like this. Oh man, my dog died. My goldfish got COVID. Shit bad out here. So you gotta watch that. That's definitely a red flag. Hey, for bro media. Shout out to my bro H Boogie. He said being in debt is common in the U.S. Shelter Collins was good. Yes, sir. Hold on. I'm sorry. What's it?
How you doing, Mr. Steve-O? You good?
Sheldon Connor said good evening. Shout to you, Sheldon. Big shout to Paradise Life. Shout. Much love, Paradise Life. Y'all already see. Get y'all merch, man. We all day with it. Cool Cat said, "Oh, here you go. Red flag. Your homie told you he's seen her motor coach driver looking like he hit the lottery after you sent her Western Union." Somebody say fake Jordans? I'm joking. My Dominican. I love all my Dominicans. Steam Focus. I like this one. Facebook red flag. She has pictures of her and guy friends and no photos of her and you. A lot of chicks won't post you because they know. Well, there's two sides to that. A lot of chicks won't post you. They got other guys that they can't be seen with you. But a lot of chicks won't post because what I said earlier. People talk shit. Guys will be like, "That's your boyfriend," and they'll start talking shit. Girls will be like, "That's your boyfriend," and they'll start talking. So it's kind of a double-edged sword. So I can agree and disagree with both points at the same time. You got to watch for that. Yellow. Prophet Rage said, "Red flag." There you go. Red flag. She never introduced you to her family and doesn't include you in her daily life. Prophet Rage. Wait. Once again, double-edged sword. You know, I play devil's advocate, and I agree. I agree and disagree. She never introduced you to her family and doesn't include you in her daily life. Here's the problem with that. It's funny. I just talked about this in one of the groups today. Just because you met her family, just because you shared a room with her abuela, just because you cracked the beer with her tio, just because you sat there and they sat around and everybody gave you Sancocho and said, "Woo, you want to dance bachata?" And even though you know you can't dance, they were cheering you on. Yeah, bachata, he the bachatero. He a dance man. No. Sometimes the family's in on it with him. Sometimes the family's part of the game. Let's make this Ringo feel special because he's buying for everybody. One. So either you meet the family, it may not be what you think it is. Two, yes, if she's serious about you, you will meet the family. So it's a double-edged sword. Like I said, I gotta play both sides. I agree and disagree with that comment. Just because you meet the family does not mean you're A1 numero uno. Her boyfriend, who's Jose, not all the time, listen to me. Her boyfriend, who's Jose, who's probably sitting 4 seats down, who she said was her cousin, is a little tight, but you buying the drink, so he's okay with you today. Until you leave and he's home alone, like, man, I miss my baby, but that guy's kind of nice. He bought me a lot of rum. Okay, so don't just think because you meet the family, it's a done deal. There's a lot more that goes into it. Besides Norbis, how many said? I haven't heard many, bro. Like I said, they go to the States. Big shout to Norbis, man. I love her channel. If you're not sub to her. I haven't heard many success stories that go to the States. I've heard many success stories that are in the country still, and they're married and they stay in the country. I've heard many success stories because they live together, got kids, businesses, whatever. But in the States, I've heard a lot of horror stories. Okay, so I'll be honest. Tight said, "Would you date a girl who's an ex-cop, whose ex is a cop?" Yeah, I don't care. I mean, what, he gonna arrest me? Throw some charges? Sprinkle some crack on me? Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, your person's ex don't bother me. Definitely hit that like button. Appreciate you, Kyle. Let's get that up there. Hit that like button, y'all. And if you say, I ain't got my red cups, if you sip and sip up. We definitely got some more red flags here. Red flag. I'm sorry. J.R. Brown, what's good? Red flag if she has so many problems and no solutions. That's kind of a norm, but that also goes into, are they real problems? Also, I want to go back to the Facebook comments. So you got to really think about that. Are they real problems or invented problems to get some money? Back to the Facebook thing. If I go on a girl's Facebook and I have almost 5,000 friends on my Facebook, Dominican, American, all over the world. If I go on her Facebook and immediately your face pops up, or 5 of my friends' faces pop up, why she got so many gringos on her page? Hello? Why am I looking at mutual friends and we've got like 1,000 mutual friends? How you know these motherfuckers? So that's another red flag. Titus CBT says she fine and single. Once again, Two-sided, yes and no. If she's fine and single, she's had enough of dudes. Probably got her heart broken, like me and Chip, we were talking about earlier. Everybody gets their heart broken. Probably got her heart broken. She don't want to deal with nobody. But if she's fine and like super fine and single, and you like, you kind of got everything going for you while you ain't got a boyfriend. And why am I special? You're talking to me. She might have a few of you. So yeah. Life of Bill said, I did a crazy Ivan on one chick. I told her that my homie saw her on the Malecon with another dude. She said, oh baby, it was just one time. It was just one time. Let me get to all these comments before I get going. Ash L said, oh no, I don't. It was just, I actually don't anymore at all. But you will run across a chick that has a boyfriend and you won't know. Ash, at the end of the day, it's not like they're saying, every girl saying, yeah, I have a boyfriend. Some girls have said, yeah, I have a boyfriend. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. But some chicks would be hide the fact they got a boyfriend because they want to rock with you. I don't see nobody. If I find out a chick got a girl, especially if I know you, I'm not rocking with her, you know. But if you're dealing with a chick and you don't know she got a boyfriend, I've been told only about a few chicks that say, yeah, I have a boyfriend. So, I don't seek that out. I don't like that at the end of the day. Waleed, shout to you, brother. I didn't know you were on YouTube Live. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 100%. I'm the same with that. But sometimes they won't tell you. That's the thing. Sometimes they won't tell you. You'll find out. That's if you saw my face. I was like, what the hell? She got a boyfriend? I don't know. The chick got a boyfriend. But if we already in a horizontal boogie, I'm sorry, boyfriend, but there's no stopping this. Cabana's paid for. You know what I'm saying? If we going at it and then she stops to answer her phone to talk to her boyfriend, and we already knocking boots. Remember that, knocking boots? I'm not stopping what I'm doing. Like, I won't mess with her again. Scouts honor, but shit. Type yeah, it does. I beat him to the punch. My goldfish got herpes. Like, you know what I'm saying? I make something up. They're like, oh man, your goldfish. That happened. It's crazy. It's so crazy. He must be sneaking out late at night. So you can only want them until you have them. Devon in the building. TF said, my new shorty got so many red flags. There you go. Devon, what up? Well, he said those fake Jordans are prevalent. I mean, it's a real thing. You know, so he said the chick was smiling like a millionaire. She about to go shopping. In my opinion, red flags, besides the ones we just talked about, and I'm going to get to the comments back in a second. Some of the red flags also are things you don't pay attention to. She asks you where you are, but she never responds where she is. That can be a red flag. Before you even get started, we're talking about before you even started with the relationship. Who is this person? Did you take the time to get to know this person? Who are they? I told you guys, every relationship in the world, every situation in the world where you deal with somebody, do you really know the person? COVID led to a lot of divorces because a lot of y'all wasn't used to spending time with the person you with. Chris Rock had a comedy special a long time ago, and you know what he said? He said COVID ruined lives. He said, my mother and my father never spent time together. He went to work at 6, he came home at 8, and that was all the time they got to do. They fed the kids, went to bed. So when you was forced to spend multiple days with somebody and get to know them, you didn't really know them. A healthy relationship is when you really know somebody. And if you're not speaking the language, knowing the culture, knowing who their real family members are, knowing their real name, because a lot of people tell you their nickname. Dominican Republic, they use their second names or their nicknames here a lot. So when someone says, this is my name, and you see the ID, it says another name, it's not a lie. If you see the ID, it says another name, it's not a lie. This is what they've been called their whole life. The ID is their legal name, but this is what they've been called by everyone. Everyone calls him this name. Okay? My oldest Dominican son is in Jersey right now. His name is Gregory Xavier. Xavier was my little bro who died. His mother has called him Xavier his whole life. She loved the name. I love the name. That's why I gave his middle name. So she never really called him Gregory. Now he's in America. In America, they call you by your first name. He has to answer to the name Gregory. He knows his name, but because she called him Xavier, the family calls him Xavier. Even in Jersey, in his house, they call him Xavier. But everywhere else in public in America, Gregory. You get it? So it's not that it's a lie. I'm on live, brother. It's not that it's a lie. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day. He said red flags don't make those days in real life. It's like, I'm not gonna put that comment up here. Said my new DR Chica, hold on. My new DR Chica got so many red flags, it's funny. Good outweighs the bad. Yeah, go with the red flag. Red flags are there. Hey, look, remember that police? They shot, I forgot what show that was, but they shot the dude by accident and was like, it's all right, sprinkle some crack on. Appreciate you. Shout out Paradise. Like Brazil was great, man. Brazil was great. Yeah, sprinkle some crack. Watch out for the. He said, my wife is funny. My wife is Dominican and expat, ex-cop. Excuse me. Watch out for that crack sprinkle. Thank you. This is what I'm trying to get you guys to understand. His problems are everywhere. It's not just Dominican women. I'm giving you guys my information that I follow and I've done. Think Dominican women. It is possible. You can do it. If you're just joining the show, what I said at the beginning of the show, some people, let's say your age, when you're older. Dominican women have been messing with guys double their age since they were 17, 18 years old. So that age ain't your thing. A lot of older men look for younger women. That's what they want. It's normal. So don't think age gets in the way of dating a Dominican woman. Your looks. Do not think looks get in your way. I've seen some of the ugliest dudes down here. And I don't judge dudes, but you can obviously say, you know when someone's ugly. And I was like, man, how you get that badass shit? It's how you carry yourself. Are dudes really getting jammed up on charges? Nah, that's not happening. I don't know where you're getting that from. That's not happening.
Talking to carry yourself,
Lance,
wear a Paradise Life shirt. That's how you carry yourself.
Lance says, that sounds familiar. Hey, Lance, that wasn't it you, but I'm talking my piece. In the truth, the key said, hold on. I ain't met one yet that said she had a boyfriend. Thank you. I've been told by a couple, because, you know, we got a little serious, and they were like, hey, I got a boyfriend, but I like you. Okay, you know, that's different. It was just one time equal. Why you bringing up old shit? Yeah. Now, why you gonna bring that up? That was last week. Let's talk about this week. 100%. Prophet said, my chica doesn't want to live in the United States. She wants to become DR. Yeah. Now, I've heard success stories with that. Coming here, marrying a chick. Yeah, I've heard success stories with that. Just never heard success stories with going back to the States. Tyson, if she has a WhatsApp business account, I'm going to give you a moment of silence. If she has a WhatsApp business account and no business to account for, all right. I'm going to take it down. I'm going to put it back up. Take the time to read it. Take the time to read the screen. If you're just listening, if you're listening and you're driving, just keep listening. You can go back. You can go back to the, I can't see what time we're at, but the 1 hour, 38 minute mark. And you can read the screen. So just keep driving and listening. She got a business account. Ain't got no business to account for. Sounds like Slim Fingers with a bunch of chicks that's been ran through. Nah, like I said, it depends. Like I said, it also depends where you meet them at. You know? Depends where you meet them. I'm being blunt and I'm being truthful. So one thing you'll get from me. I've had some definitely hit that like button, y'all. Appreciate it, free. I don't know how many likes we got yet, but hit that like button. I can't see the likes on this right here on stream, y'all. Lots of red flags though, man. I think y'all look for it. This part right here. You never really know a person until they are mad or hurt. Go back to the beginning of this video. One of my points was how Dominican women, Latinos as well, are aggressive, they're aggressive when they want something. When they want to get what they want, they're aggressive. Passionate. You never really know a person until they are mad or hurt. That goes for everybody. But a passionate, overly passionate, an aggressive Dominican woman who wants what she wants. Yep. So you got to know the real names. You can say, yeah, you got to know that, but you'll wonder if they gave you a fake name. They didn't give you a fake name. That's what people called it. That was my point. So yeah, I know you be sending them Western Unions. There you go. Call somebody's daughter's names. Actually, believe it or not, that's because the family might have called them. That's why I said it's weird here. But they call nicknames, middle names. They do that a lot here. So don't think she's lying to you. That's just the name she was raised with, even though her ID says something else. 100%. I couldn't have said it better myself. All right, so let me comment on this. 6'5" in Florida. Appreciate you. You've all been bamboozled. You've all been finagled. You've all been hoodwinked. The Passport Bros song has the title to clown y'all and get y'all to watch. They literally are talking ish about Passport Bros, and they're talking about partying and Ibiza and how their lives are so different. They are not representing Passport Bros in that song. I've heard the whole song. They are clowning the ish out of Passport Bros. So you guys go support that song. End of the day, it ain't for Passport Bros. Hey, D, the mutual friend got you laughing because you've been on someone's page and been like, how she know flip-flop? I get hit all the time. Dudes be like, hey, you know someone's on? Y'all friends, you liked her picture. I'm like, I don't know that motherfucker. Or do I? Gans, I'm sorry to hear that, bro. That's crazy. Steve Vogel said, my red flags from years back was a chick taking photos in the famous bathroom with the orange sinks. Shallows. Shallows. If you see the orange sink, your chick at the party. Oh no, he said my girl walked 1.5 miles to work in a Dominican sun because she saw extra cups in my car. I ain't make up no stories. Blaze was good, my bro. Shout out to Blaze. Said no success in the States. Yeah, it's weird. I've seen horror stories in the States. Sam, look, he said, and the win goes to the WhatsApp business account with no business. Red flag of the year. And I want to give a big shout. I did not sidebar from the thing. Shout to TripAdvisor. Shout to you guys. I did not know that 2022 I won Traveler's Choice Award at Flip Flop. I swear to God, I'm gonna post it up probably tonight. I was going through TripAdvisor and it was like, congrats. I don't really be on TripAdvisor. I'm just going through it, checking it out. And it was like, congrats, you won 2022 Traveler's Choice Award. So I was the most chosen restaurant in Sosua during 2022. So shout to them. Thank you. Thank you guys. No sound, bro? What you talking about? Some chicks could be good girls, but their friend be corrupted. That too. That's a red flag. If their friend, have a good one, time. If their friend does not have a boyfriend, same as America, their friend is in there. He ain't shit, girl. Said if a girl got a boyfriend but she like it, that's exactly what it is. She a university, yeah. She comes to Sosua for the tacos. I only go to Sosua. I take a 5-hour bus ride because I like tacos. Genocide was good, my bro. Only they chicks Drake don't know. People start asking me, you know her? I'll be looking at the response like, what? How would I know her? Sherman in the building. Shout to CJD. Excuse me, say it right. CJDC Properties. My bro Sherman and Andy doing their thing out here, man. Stay tuned for a video too. They got projects going on out here in Sosua. Big shout to them. So at the end of the day, you want to look for the red flags. You want to focus on what's going on around around her. Talking about Dominican women now. Learning the language goes a long way. Learning the culture goes a long way to realize why things are this way. You know, why does she act this way? You know, you got to understand something. And I'm not knocking Dominicans. I'm knocking their. I'm not knocking their intellectual ability. What I'm knocking is their maturity level. You will argue with a Dominican woman sometimes, and if you've got kids, it'll be like arguing with your 5-year-old daughter, if that makes sense. Sometimes, not in all situations, but sometimes. It'll be like you trying to tell your daughter, well, if you listen to me and what I'm trying to tell you, you will understand geometry. But it goes one out the other, and they're like, no. Like your baby girl's like, no, I want my teddy bear now. I don't want to hear about geometry. It's kind of those type of arguments. And you get frustrated because you're like, oh, wait a minute. What are you talking about? I didn't do that. Hey, what's good? What are you talking about? I didn't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even know what you're talking about. It's one of those conversations. You dig what I'm saying? And it's one of those things where it'll frustrate you having that argument because you're arguing on an immature standpoint, if that makes sense. So some of the arguing can be immature as well. You don't love me. No, I actually don't. But what are we talking about? You ate the last Snickers in the fridge. What the fuck? That's the passion. Shit. He has a global award, find out travel advisor. Yeah, bro. I'm like, wow, I didn't know that. Free said, my red flags are all, if all her pictures she takes are at villas or in Sosua. If she's at a different pool every few days, red flag. Red flag. If she don't call you, ask you if you ate. If she don't ask you how you doing, like how's your day going, and you just spoke to her 2 hours ago, red flag. Bert in the building. Air Miles, Bert. Thank you very much. Like I said, I had it announced. I'm gonna put it up there too. But I had taken a screenshot and forgotten. I was like, man, that's dope. I didn't know I won that award. There you go. CJDR Properties. I said CJDC, didn't I? There we go. Single women make single women. Big shout out to Sherm, Andy. CJDR Properties. Check them out. So sound familiar? Yeah. I need some shots though, Lance. Where you at? Shout out to Lance. You got a few Lances around here. Oh, Prophet gave a green flag. What up? Wait a minute. Prophet Rage said green flag when your chica doesn't want to move to the United States, but she wants you to move to the Republic. I'm with that. Believe it or not, you know what's weird? My ex-fiance, back years ago, we bumped into each other a few times, and we tried to rekindle a little bit. You know, we definitely tried. And every time she saw me, you know what she would say? I want to be with you, and I will be with you if you move back to America. I'll come to America with you. I don't care. And I was like, that don't make no sense. She was like, because here you have so many women. You know so many women. You know everybody. I said, but I'm not with everybody. I want to be with you. She was like, nah, let's move to America. You move, and I'll come follow you, and we'll be back together again. She said, I love you, but I don't trust these Dominican women. I'm like, wait a minute. I got more women in America. Hello. Don't make no sense. But she didn't really want to go to America. Her idea was, if I go to America and she comes with me, she'll be able to watch me and be with me rather than a Dominican chick going behind her back with me. That made no sense, but okay. So at the end of the day, yeah, I agree with that. Catching the comments. Tyke said, give us 3 green flags. That's a good one, Tyke. Let me think about that. 3 green flags. 1 green flag. 1. And I've experienced this a lot. That's why I said I don't trust people, but I can kind of tell when someone's BSing. A green flag. I make jokes. I go, hey, what you doing? You in the cabana? What? No. And they said a picture immediately where they at. Green flag. I I'm just joking. I didn't really ask them where they was. I'm kind of just playing around. Like, hey, are you over there? You over there being a hoe, ain't you? It's just a joke. Like, I joke around like that. And they immediately send you a picture where they at. Or the location where they at. Green flag. I didn't ask for that. I'm not the type to ask for that. But what I do is when the same chick that whoever I'm talking about, if one day I do go, hey, where you at? And then I'll send that picture of where they at, where you really at. You understand? So green flag, when you be like just a conversation, or like me, I said I joke, and immediately they go, I'm right here, what are you talking about? Green flag. And sometimes they do it unconsciously. I don't let him think I'm somewhere here, I am. So green flag. And I'm talking about when they send the picture right away. Okay. Another green flag, they go out their way to see you and spend time with you. Now, for relationships, that's a green flag, and I'll tell you why. They got their family, they probably got their kids, but they're like, hey, I want to see you. I can be out there tomorrow or today, this such a time. Not just to smash, not to just do the hardest, not to boogie, but they actually want to genuinely, hey, let's go to a movie, let's go to dinner, let's go get some drinks, go to the bar and get drinks. That type of thing. That's a green flag. They genuinely are like, hey, my kid's over here with grandma. Everybody's good over there. I want to come get with you, hang out, da da da. That's a green flag as well. They genuinely want to spend time with you. It's hard to finagle because sometimes it's an in and out thing, so you won't know if it's real or not. But you can kind of look at it and people in it. So that's a green flag. Another green flag, when you haven't texted in a while, haven't seen her in a few days, and she throws some shade at you. Another green flag. Oh, somebody busy. They didn't text me today. Little shade. Oh, you ain't seen me in 3 days. You don't miss me, huh? Little shade. So when they throw a little shade at you, like, hey, you know, I thought we together. I thought we really had a thing, and you ain't text me in a while. You ain't called me in a while, or see me in a while. Those are probably my 3 green flags right there. If I think of another one, I'll post it. He said, she is Sosua. Yeah, she's going to church. I got my Bible. Well, let's go. No, immaturity level. Not dumb at all. Immaturity level. I have very intelligent people I speak to. They're just not mature. There is 100% of churches. So there's a couple churches, man. Y'all better stop that. CAB No Limit was good with you. He said, hold on. Agree. Met some immature ones in the yard. Some don't listen to logic. Definitely forget all logic. That's another thing. Forget all logic. Logic does not exist here for some reason. It's weird. Forget logic. You try and be logical, and they just like, and it'll make your head hurt. I said, what about the expats never learn Spanish? A lot of them don't, bro. A lot don't. Some don't care to learn a language. It is what it is. I have fun. I'm traveling the country. I'm good. So a little bit different for me. Definitely come check out the heat. Shit. Check out the heat wings. I'm about to have some a little. I think I've eaten heat wings almost every day. Green flag when she picked you up from the airport to give you the keys to her plus $300. All right. I don't know who that is, but it says favorite. Shout out to you. Agree and disagree. What I've personally seen with my own 2 eyes, these 2 right here. Right before she, not you, I'm talking about you. Right before she picked you up, she just dropped somebody up. I've literally seen it. To the right, the drop off, I miss you so much. Oh my God, baby. Oh my God, I love you. And then turn to the left. Welcome back. I missed you. I've seen it with my own eyes. I swear to God. I've been like, why did I come here so early? I didn't want to see all that. Now, give you the keys to the car? Yeah, because if you crash, you're paying for it. And the $300, that's dope. But did you send her money previously that she might have stacked up? So you got to think about that. So yes and no, 100%. He said, if she knows how to pilar chicken in Washington, 10 roofs and wooden walls, you already know. 30X and what's up? He said, you gotta beat him to the punch, man. I ain't letting you get one up on me. My tadpole got sick, man. You don't believe it. You ever seen the medical bill for a tadpole? Oh my God, tadpole. How did that happen? I don't know. He's sick. It's weird. He got cold. NY said, why Jose always get the red card? Because Jose's in the culture. Jose knows how to talk to her. Whisper sweet nothings in her ear. That's why Spanish helps. Listen, I talk my shit, swallow spit. If you didn't ever see me, like I said, I don't put videos, everything I put. Shout out to all the YouTubers. I just don't do certain things a certain way. You won't see a lot of chicks in my videos. You don't see me around talking to chicks like that. But if you ever hang out with me, I do cold calls. I don't do the Tinder, I don't do all the apps and stuff. So when I'm out and about and I'm hollering at a chick, I'm cold call. I'm like, yo, let me holler at you. I'm in her ear. I'm in her ear so much that when you look over, I've had dudes look over and be like, she starts smiling. And dudes are like, what did you say to her? I'm like, I told me shit. But you got to say it in Spanish. It sounds a little different. It sounds a little sexy. TF said when she doesn't want to scene with you in public. I can agree with that because it could be reasons, but it goes back to the gringo thing. If she's seen with a gringo in public, it could make her look like a whore, prostitute. So she may be, all right, I'll bring it back. My ex-fiance, we were sneaking around. She was my girlfriend. We were sneaking around for the first 6 months. Why? She didn't want to be seen with me, so people would talk shit to her. Oh, you a hoe, you were the gringo. So we were sneaking, the first 6 months, we were sneaking around. 100%. We were hopping in cabs. We did some cloak and dagger shit. She had to dive in the cab one time. So it could be that too. For 6 months, me and my ex-fiance, we were together for years, could not be seen together. We'd be in the crib together, and that was it. So, that could be two, but it's that taboo. Now, when she gets over that, yeah, she wants to be seen everywhere. She wants to parade you around. Excuse me. So it could go both ways. Excuse me, sorry. Anthony was good. I have one send me a picture of her updated STD paperwork. Oh, condoms are us. Michael said if she economic level lower than yours, beware. I spent 2 years in Panama. It usually about the Plata. Dinero also, don't be a sucker. Well, you got to watch out for that. So you definitely got to vet. You got to vet women out. Ladies, if you're dealing with a man, you got to vet men out. That's the same thing in America. We got to vet chicks out. You got chicks who just want your money, just like you, want to have sex. I've definitely had that. Chicks just want to have sex. Chicks that want a real relationship. Chicks that are just like, hey, I'm with him for the time until someone that better comes along, or my real boyfriend comes along, my husband comes along. I've been part of that as well. Some look at you as a future. I could have a good future with this person. So yeah, it's different varieties to that. So you gotta vet these women out. And ladies, if you're watching, you gotta vet these men out. And that's kind of in America too. You don't know who wants. Listen, I've had chicks that only want to have sex, and then as we go on and on, they go, well, yeah, why ain't we boyfriend and girlfriend again? Wait a minute, you just want sex. What? So kind of gotta vet that out. It's not always the same everywhere in every place. That's what I was saying. Green flag transparency without me asking for it. I ain't asked for a picture or location. And if you send it, transparent. He said, y'all guys got to use some condoms, man. He just said, but she leave for church on Friday for a Sunday service. She likes God. Hold on, wait this one. What Ty said? Ty said, and forget trying to get an immediate answer that goes for the men of the year. Don't look for that. Wait, free logic in this country. I'll be like, what just happened? My brain hurts. Certain situation, my brain is just hurt. I was like, oh my God, my brain hurts. What happened? In the streets with keys. Wait a minute. He said, red flag, you tell her what hotel you staying at, and she show up before you get back there. Facts. Or you invite her to the villa, And she never asked for the Wi-Fi code because she's already logged in. Another red flag for you guys in Sosua. Hispaniola, not so much if you're a new person never been Hispaniola. Casa Linda. If you're new to Casa Linda, you have to get added to the system if you've never been there before. Even us, gringos. So if you roll in and she goes, I've never been to Casa Linda ever in my life. Here's the system. They take her ID. They say, can you give me a minute? They put it in the computer. Make sure she ain't been in there, add it to the system. She don't got no black marks, meaning she can't get black, she's not blackballed. And then they blah blah blah, 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 thank you. Welcome to Casa Linda, and they give her a ticket. If you pull up to Casa Linda and she gives her ID and they immediately just give her a ticket without any waiting for anything and him tippity typing, she didn't live before. Yes and no. Some women use logic, but our American logic doesn't exist here. He said, "Great, be talking to her." Hey, I've had dudes tell me to translate. I'm like, nah, bro, I'm not translating. Because it looked weird. I'm talking to the good chick and look like I'm kicking it to her. And it might look like I'm saying something like that, right? I've been translating with dudes. I'm like, nah, bro, I'm not translating. Because sometimes I've actually translated and the girl ends up liking me. And I'm like, yeah, let's stop that. Carlito's way, shout to you. Carlito, I heard you coming soon. Shout to you. Red flag when she gets the Airbnb and Wi-Fi herself. Yeah, that's what connects automatically, right? She start going bing, bing, bing. Wait a minute, let me get the Wi-Fi. If she got a few condoms in her bag, she better say sorry. But most chicks know when they're having sex, so why does she get a condom? Q Grad in the building. Shout out to my bro. Definitely my dude right there. Good to see him. We got 2 awards this show, right? Yes, V-Jack, hit me up. We got spots left in the WhatsApp group. Definitely got spots left. Hit me up. He said, if she knows where all the bathrooms are. She be like, I'll be right back. And you be like, yeah, the bathroom's over. And she's already gone. Wait a minute. I didn't tell her where the bathroom was. Safi, what's good? Oh, yeah. If someone never been to Casa Linda, got to enter the system. Just like you did to stay there. She's a guest. She got to be entered in the system. So, yeah. It's a process. So she starts saluting the cooks. If she knows all the security guards, and they ain't neighbors. Yeah. So at the end of the day, man, there's definitely ways you can have a successful relationship with Dominican women. We just touched on some guidelines, some tips. Glad you guys are joining. Now we're going to get to my favorite part of the show, the flip side. When I talk my shit. Hold on. Flip side. So listen. I've had the pleasure of being with some beautiful, nice, friendly Dominican women, right? Yes, I did admit that I sabotaged some of my own relationships. I'm 100% that type of person. Skyrider, what's good? This right, let me cut my flip side short. This right here. Green flag, she never asks money even when she needs it. Okay, I told the story a million times. I'll tell it again. My ex-fiance, she would go to work, go to school, we hang out, all that. One day, she got off for work, and I'm like, hey, I'll drive you. No, I wasn't driving. I think my car was getting fixed or serviced. It was a long time ago. And I said, hey, what's wrong? You not going to school? She goes, no, I don't feel well. I'll go, okay. You sick? She's like, yeah. Then she watched the TV, made her a big old ham and cheese sandwich, sat down. I'm like, you don't look sick. What's going on? And she's like, oh, no, I'm sick. And I was like, so I'm watching novella with her. Definitely watch novellas. You want to learn Spanish too. Watching novella. And I just kept looking over like, she's not sick. Why didn't she go to school? So like maybe an hour later, I was like, hey, like tell me the truth. What's going on? Something happened? Like I'm thinking, did you get fired? Like what's going on with you? She goes, no. I said, tell me the truth. She said, I didn't have 200 pesos to go to school. I said, are you stupid? I really was mad because I'm like 200 pesos. First off, I've driven you to school many times. I would have driven you if you wanted to. Second off, 200 pesos to go to school. Back then, that was like 1, 2, 3. Back then, that was like $3.15, and you didn't want to ask for that. So yeah, I've been through that as well. To a point. Sometimes it's the long game, Anthony. Stay tuned for the long run. Let me get back to the flip side. So, speaking the language, learning the culture goes leaps and bounds. That's any country we go to. Any country. America, what's up, baby? Americans. Okay. Americans are
Saturday, there's UFC at 3 o'clock.
it's gonna be on. Don't worry about it. Yep, it'll be on. I'll be here. It's one of the things, getting into the culture, learn the language, puts you leaps and bounds above other people. Can it be scary to be like, hey, I wanna go to these neighborhoods? Yeah. I'm not gonna tell you, look, I'm not gonna tell you just jump head first and go into these neighborhoods. But get to know people, get to talk to people. At the end of the day, you can go and meet some great people. You can learn the culture, learn the language, and have a great time, an authentic time. Okay? So if you plan on having any relationship with anybody, communicate. Number one, communicate. Trust, get to know the person. You want to get to know them. Okay? So keep in mind those things. And also keep in mind, have fun and don't overthink. Maybe she's just not the one for you. Ladies, maybe he's just not the one for you. Move on. Trying to force the issue to be with someone who's not the person you think they are, it's not worth it. Myself, I've had some great relationships. Don't regret none of them. I know who I am. I know what I am. At the end of the day, I found myself in some successful relationships that I messed up, that I sabotaged. But I've also realized how to look for those signs, the red flags and the green flags. Okay, so this is just a nice guideline. Shout to y'all. 2 hours in, I'm gonna shut this down. I'm gonna shut this live down. Like, share, subscribe. I appreciate you guys, man. Mr. Flip Flop at Flip Flop Sports Bar. Appreciate all y'all. Hopefully, I got some insight into this, and maybe I helped you out just a little bit. Appreciate all y'all, Mr. Flip Flop. I'm out.